Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV in conjunction with Colfax High School presents Viking pregame. A look at today's Colfax Vikings girls game. And now, Viking pregame.
Good evening and welcome to the NLWN-TV studio. I'm Rick Olson, and tonight we bring you the 15-1 Colfax Viking Girls, who are on a 15-game winning streak and who are riding atop the Dunn-St Croix Conference with an 11-0 record as they prepare to take on the Sprng Valley Cardinals, who are 9-8 overall and 5-5 in the Dunn-St Croix from Colfax High School. Now, the Vikings are coming off a 48-26 defensive victory over the Elmwood Plum City Wolves on Friday night, while the Cardinals were defeated by the Boyceville Bulldogs 45-32 also on Friday. Now, coming up in this edition of Viking Pregame, we'll take a look at tonight's matchup between the Sprng Valley Cardinals and the Colfax Vikings. Then we'll get the coach's perspective as we talk with one of the Viking coaches on Coach's Corner. Following that, we'll take a look around the Dunn-St Croix Conference just to see where things are standing. And then finally, we'll send it out to Colfax High School, where we'll bring you all the action of tonight's game between the Colfax Vikings and the Sprng Valley Cardinals. So, it's time to get ready for some exciting high school girls basketball. All that coming up right after this brief timeout as you're tuned to Viking Pregame on NLWN-TV.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Welcome back to Viking Pregame. We're getting ready to bring you all the action of tonight's girls basketball game between the Sprng Valley Cardinals and the Colfax Vikings. The Vikings are coming off a 48-26 win over the Elmwood Plum City Wolves on Friday night, while the Cardinals were defeated by the Boyceville Bulldogs 45-32, and that was also on Friday. Now, in the Vikings' victory over the Wolves, the Vikings found themselves in a defensive struggle where the Wolves took the air out of the ball and slowed things down in an attempt to keep the game close. The Wolves also frustrated the Vikings early in the game with a tough full-court press and a 2-3 zone defense. The Vikings kept their poise and eventually pulled away to the win. Now, leading the way scoring for the Vikings was senior guard Jordan Bovey, who hit on 8 field goals, including 3 from three-point land, and went 3 for 4 from the free throw line for 22 points.
Down the floor comes Sikora. Gets it over to Bovey. She puts up a 3. She hit the 3! Jordan Bovey with a 3.
She was followed by sophomore Lyric Nichols, who scored on 4 shots from the floor and also went 3 for 4 from the charity stripe for 11 points.
And the pass comes across the timeline to Nichols. Takes it into the lane. She lays it up, and it goes in.
Yeah, good move there by Lyric Nichols. Get 2
points. Defensively, senior forward Clara Hajdukovic made her presence felt under the basket with several blocked shots.
To Sauve. Sauve down to Beckel. Shot blocked by Hajdukovic.
Now, the Sprng Valley Cardinals are 9-8 overall and 5-5 in the Dunn-St Croix Conference. Now, earlier this season, the Cardinals faced the Vikings in Sprng Valley, where the Vikings came away with a 62-48 victory. This season, the Cardinals are being led by sophomore Katie Mathis, who's shooting 35% from the floor and 63% from the free throw line, while averaging over 13.5 points per game. Against the Vikings earlier this season, Mathis put up 10 points, with 2 of her field goals coming from three-point range. She's being followed by freshman Amelia Bruner, who's averaging 11.5 points per game. Now, against the Vikings earlier, she led the way for Sprng Valley with 13 points and a pair of shots coming from outside the arch. Freshman Riley Zimmerman contributed another 7 points per game. Now on the board, Zimmerman leads the way, pulling down 7.5 rebounds per game, while Bruner grabs an additional 6.5 boards per game. Senior Riley Fritz pulls down 5.5. For the Vikings thus far this season, the leading scorer is Jordan Bovey, who's averaging nearly 19 points per game. She's followed by Sierra Shipman at just over 11.5 points per game and Bryn Sikora at 10.5 per game. On the boards for the Vikings, the leading rebounder is Klara Hajdukovic, who's pulling down nearly 7 rebounds per game, while Bryn Sikora is grabbing 6.5 boards per game, and Sierra Shipman is right behind, averaging 5.5 boards per game. Now, coming up next, following this timeout, we'll get the coach's perspective as we chat with one of the Viking coaches on Coach's Corner. You're tuned to Viking Pregame on NLWN-TV.
Emma, did you hear?
Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd?
He got a collapsed lung from vaping.
He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
Promise you won't vape, Emma.
It can lead to a lifelong addiction, and we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Bogus.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
Time now to see what the coaches have to say. It's Coach's Corner, where they look at tonight's game from the coach's point of view. And now, Coach's Corner.
Once again, today we're talking with Viking girls assistant coach Carly Kittleson. And coach, in just a few minutes, the Vikings will take on the Sprng Valley Cardinals. But before we get to that, last Friday, the Vikings defeated the Elmwood Plum City Wolves. Your comments about that performance?
The first half, it took us a little bit to get, just kind of get going. You can always say our shots weren't falling, but it can't be that way every time. So we just needed to do some things better in the second half.
Now, the Wolves played a tough 2-3 zone defense, and they put on a full court press that truly went from end line to end line. And it seemed to cause some early difficulties for the Vikings. But in some games anyway, you just have to keep on grinding it out. And that's what the Vikings did. Now, that takes poise. Can you talk about the poise that the Vikings have demonstrated not only on Friday, but pretty much all season long?
Definitely. That's one of those things, we try and encourage you. Make a mistake, it's okay, move on. You have to forget about it. Don't let one mistake turn into 2, turn into 3. It's not going to be perfect. You have to have that resiliency and poise. And if you don't, and teams sense that, they're just going to come even harder. So very good poise.
And the fact that you have this senior leadership this year with those 5 girls, and they know each other so well. They've got each other's backs.
They do. Yep. All of them do.
Now, tonight, the Vikings take on the Sprng Valley Cardinals, who the Vikings defeated earlier this season, 62-48. What can you tell us about the Cardinals, and what differences should we be looking for tonight?
They're athletic, overall position-wise, they're very athletic. They're, taller. Overall, yes, we have Clara, but a lot of their players are tall and athletic, and they definitely, last time we played them, they definitely got way more offensive rebounds than we would have liked. They got multiple times where they had 3 to 4 shots at a time at their hoop. So we definitely need to do better blocking out.
Now, the Vikings have, counting tonight, only 5 conference games remaining. And with a 2-game lead in the loss column, the girls are getting ever so close to sealing up a conference title. Your thoughts about the possibility of that climb back to the top that you've done all season long in the Dunn-St. Croix?
Yeah, it would be exciting and, really good for our program to do that. That we've, previous years, it's, what's kind of expected and what we have done. So to be able to do that again is a great feeling. And ultimately that, that is your first goal. You want to win the conference. So take it one step at a time with our goals and things should work out.
Well, Coach Kittleson, good luck on tonight's game, and hopefully the Vikings can stretch that winning streak to 16 games and take another step closer to the title.
Yep. Thank you.
You've been listening to Coach's Corner, with a look at tonight's game from the coach's point of view. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
You've done the hard part. You quit smoking. Now do the easy part and get scanned for lung cancer. If you smoked, you may still be at risk, but early detection could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Welcome back to Viking Pregame. The Vikings are looking to take another step closer to locking up a Dunn-St. Croix title. The Vikings are coming off a 48-26 victory over the Elmwood Plum City Wolves on Friday night. Now tonight, the Vikings take on the Sprng Valley Cardinals in a Dunn-St. Croix conference matchup from Colfax High School. Now, on Friday, the Dunn-St. Croix conference had 4 conference contests and 1 non-conference. The Vikings outlasted the Elmwood Plum City Wolves 48-26, while it was the Boyceville Bulldogs topping the Sprng Valley Cardinals 45-32. The Mondovi Buffaloes came away with the 44-19 victory over the Chetek-Weyerhaeuser Bulldogs, and the Glenwood City Hilltoppers edged out the Clear Lake Warriors 49-43. In non-conference play, the Durand, Arkansas Panthers hosted the Baldwin Woodville Blackhawks, with the Blackhawks coming out on top 48-36. Now that leaves the Dunn-St. Croix conference standings as follows. The Vikings currently sit atop the conference with an 11-0 record. Only 2.5 games behind them are the 8-2 Boyceville Bulldogs. In third place, we find the Durand, Arkansas Panthers, who are 3 games back with a record of 7-2. In fourth place are the Mondovi Buffaloes at 6-5, while in fifth place are the Sprng Valley Cardinals at 5-5. The Clear Lake Warriors are in sixth, with the Elmwood Plum City Wolves in seventh. Eighth place belongs to the Glenwood City Hilltoppers, and in ninth we find the Chetek-Weyerhaeuser Bulldogs. Tonight, the Dunn-St. Croix Conference again has a full slate of games with 4 conference games and 1 non-conference. Now those include the Vikings playing host to the Sprng Valley Cardinals, while the Boyceville Bulldogs travel to Clear Lake to face the Warriors. It will be the Durand, Arkansas Panthers welcoming the Mondovi Buffaloes for another battle on Highway 10, and the Glenwood City Hilltoppers travel to Elmwood to face the Elmwood Plum City Wolves. In non-conference action, the Chetek-Weyerhaeuser Bulldogs will host the Spooner Rails. The Vikings, who sit in first place in the Dunn-St. Croix, have only, counting tonight's game, 5 conference games remaining this season. With a 2-game lead in the loss column, they need only 3 conference victories to clinch the conference title. Now, tonight's game would be a big step in that direction. So the stage is set for some exciting girls high school basketball, and we'll have all the action for you right here on NLWN-TV. Now in just a moment, we'll send it out to Colfax High School as we bring you all the action for tonight's girls game between the Colfax Vikings and the Sprng Valley Cardinals. That's all coming up next. You've been tuned to Viking Pregame on NLWN-TV.
Mom was always organized, but she started forgetting to pay her bills on time. And she'd buy the same gifts over and over.
Telling the girls about my Alzheimer's diagnosis was really hard.
At first we had our cries, but then we were like, okay, let's make a plan. Early detection gave us time to adapt together.
It's so important for you to think about what you can do and making the most of what you have.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
You've been tuned to Viking Pregame with a look at today's Colfax Vikings girls game. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Stay tuned. Coming up next is live Colfax Viking basketball.
When tech goes on the fritz and frustration kicks in, Sladen's technology where you trust he can. From nowhere to backups, we've got what you need. Call us up, we'll plant the seeds. Sladen's on the way, your heroes in disguise. For businesses large and small, we're the ultimate prize. 715-864-2833, get the IT help you desire. Call 715.
The Northern Light Webcasting Network along with NLWN-TV proudly presents Colfax Viking Girls Basketball.
Vikings rise! We're making our claim, battling hard, igniting the flame.
Join us all season long, right here, as we bring you the Colfax Viking Girls while they battle their way through the Dunn-St Croix Conference.
From inside and out, we're hitting those shots. Keep the winning spirit, give all we've got.
Now, out to the gym in tonight's Colfax Viking Girls game.
Together as one, we'll conquer it all.
And good evening and welcome to Colfax High School. Rick Olson here along with Dan Petchow. He's going to be keeping all the numbers straight for us and giving all of his wise commentary or something like that. Got a really nice eye roll out of him on that one. Michael Christensen on the camera for us tonight. And we're getting ready to bring you the Colfax Vikings taking on the Sprng Valley Cardinals. This is a Dunn-St Croix Conference game. Vikings looking to edge their way a little bit closer to a conference title. Coach Serrar is taking a look towards the end of the season and tournament time as she has expanded her roster from the usual 11 up to 14. And so we're going to add 3 freshmen to the roster. They're Kendall Acker, Kenley Bjork, and Macy Seahaver. Dan, what do you see coming up tonight?
Yeah, for Colfax, they got to get out to their rebound and get out and in transition early and try to jump out and get a really early lead. That'll kind of control the game. But Sprng Valley, they got to make sure they do control that ball and control the clock because Colfax is going to run up the score on you pretty quick in the first half if you're not careful.
And we'll be back, and Dan will give us the starting lineups right after this timeout on NLWN-TV.
Get in touch with the roots of the Chippewa Valley at the Chippewa Valley Museum, located in Eau Claire's Carson Park, with a mission of connecting people to their community and inspire curiosity. From reinventing the Chippewa Valley, a century of change in farm life, the Farmhouse Theater, along with the Wisconsin Logging Museum and Logging Camp. Also, the Chippewa Valley Museum features special temporary exhibits and traveling exhibits, as well as web exhibits. The Chippewa Valley Museum is open Tuesdays through Saturdays. Call for more information at 715-834-7871.
And coming up at the Chippewa Valley Museum, starting on February 28th, the annual Folk Arts Festival. At that festival, you can get a tattoo. That's another one of their open tattoo days. And you can also learn about sourdough bread making and get some live music with a Grammy-nominated artist, all in the same afternoon. And if you want to find out more, call the Chippewa Valley Museum at 715-834-7871. Dan, why don't you fill us in on who's playing today?
Yeah, here's the starters for the Cardinals. They're going to go junior number 4, Kate Cipriano. Senior number 5, Riley Fritz. Senior number 14, Addison Niedermeyer. Freshman number 23, Amelia Brenner. And sophomore number 24, Katie Matthews.
And why don't we wait on the Vikings, because we're going to get the national anthem right about now.
Would everyone please stand if able, remove your hats, and place your hand over your heart to honor the flag as our national anthem is played. Welcome to Colfax High School for tonight's Dunn-St. Croix Girls Basketball matchup between the Sprng Valley Cardinals and your Colfax Vikings. Introducing the starters for the Cardinals. Number 4, junior, Kate Cipriano. Number 5, a senior, Riley Fritz. Number 14, a senior, Addison Niedermeyer. Number 23, a freshman, Amelia Brenner. And number 24, a sophomore, Katie Mathias. The Cardinals are led by head coach Sean Houlihan. And now the starting lineup for your Colfax Vikings. At guard, a senior, number 12, Jordan Bobby. At guard, a senior, number 14, Layla Colbert. At guard, a senior, number 30, Sierra Shipman. At forward, a senior, number 34, Rin Sikora. And at forward, a senior, number 44, Clara Dukovic. The Vikings are led by head coach Courtney Serrano.
And there's the starting lineups again for the Sprng Valley Cardinals. Cipriano, Fritz, Niedermeyer, Bruner, and Mathias are the starters, and jumping center is Amelia Bruner. For the Vikings, the usuals, it's Jordan Bovey, Layla Hurlbert, Sierra Shipman, Bryn Sikora, and Clara Hajdukovic. And Hajdukovic will be jumping center as soon as the sportsmanship announcement is completed. That was read tonight by Raina Keltner. And the Vikings come out on the floor. So, Hajdukovic going up against Bruner. The official steps in the circle. Ball goes up, and the tip controlled by the Cardinals. Down the right side, that's Cipriano, and she got fouled along the side there.
Yeah, fouls on 30.
So, a quick and early foul on Sierra Shipman. Cardinals have it over on the left side. That's Matthias. Back out to the top of the key to Fritz. Riley Fritz with that big knee brace caused her some trouble in the game over in Sprng Valley. Pass is intercepted by Bovey, and she brings it across the timeline for the Vikings. Over to the right side to Shipman. Now she takes it out to the top of the key, dishes it off to Bovey. To Hajdukovic. Out to Hurlbert at the top of the key. Over to the right side to Sikora. To Bovey. Takes it down the right side. Back out to Sikora. Tries to get it into Hurlbert. She saves it in bounds. Chased down by Shipman. They get it out to Hurlbert, and they swing it around to the right side to Bovey. To Hurlbert. Out to Shipman. Shipman at the free throw line. Then to Bovey. Back to Shipman. Bovey drives the baseline, puts it up and puts it in. First blood drawn by the Vikings. Sprng Valley with the ball. And the ball goes out of bounds. Vikings have the ball. Bovey gets it over to Sikora from the free throw line. She put it in. 4-0, Vikings on top. Cardinals with it. Feed it towards the center. Ball gets knocked loose on the floor. Vikings have it. Sikora with it at the top of the key. Looks over to the left side to Shipman. Drives down the left side of the lane. Lost the handle out of bounds, but it was knocked that way via the Cardinals. So the Vikings will get it back. Vikings looking to inbound it. That's Bovey. She gets it into Shipman. Thought about a three. Gets it over to the right side to Hurlbert. To Shipman, or to Bovey cutting the lane out to Sikora. Puts up the three. No. Rebound taken down that time by Matthias. She's got the ball on the right side. They get it out to Bruner. Goes up and puts it in. Amelia Bruner with the shot. Bovey gets it over to Sikora, then to Hurlbert, puts up a three, off the iron, no good. Shipman gets the rebound. Bovey takes it into the lane, puts it up, and she got fouled.
I think we got a foul on number 5 for Sprng Valley.
It'd be Riley Fritz.
No, it's not. There's 2 girls, 24.
Okay.
Yeah, there was 2 girls right there, and it looked like Fritz had her hand in there.
Katie Matthias saw the foul, and at the line is Jordan Bovey. First shot's up and good. And the second shot. That one's good. Vikings up 6-2. Matthias with the ball. She's double teamed in the backcourt, and we have a whistle and a jump ball being called. Possession arrow in favor of the Vikings.
Yeah, this is not the game that Sprng Valley wants to start out with.
Ball comes into Bovey, swings it out high to Shipman, then to Sikora in the lane, out to Bovey on the left side. She tries to penetrate from the free throw line. It's off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound taken down by Bruner. She's right through the center C at the free throw line and gets tied up, and we're going to get a jump ball called. Possession arrow in favor of the Cardinals this time. Sprng Valley Cardinals in the maroon uniforms with white letters and trim. Vikings in their home white with red letters and trim. Ball comes in, and they get it out to Bruner at the free throw line. Over to Matthias, three-pointer rims around and off. Vikings come away with the ball. Sikora with it. She feeds it over to Bovey. Bovey out to Acker. Addie Acker into the lineup. To Sikora. To Nichols. To Bovey, three-pointer on the way. No. Rebound taken down by Nichols. She drives in, puts it up. It won't go. And the Cardinals come away with it. They almost threw it away. Matthias grabbed it before it went out of bounds. Over to Fritz between the circles. Over onto the right side. That's Matthias. Free throw line extended right. That's Bruner with it now at the top of the key. Takes it into the lane, puts it up, and she got fouled.
Well, it's going to be on 34. Colfax.
Bryn Sikora with the foul. And it's going to send Amelia Bruner to the line. Shooting 2. First shot is up, it's good. Want to give a shout out to one of our viewers today in Eau Claire. Shauna is watching in Eau Claire today. Drop us a note, let us know. Shots on the way, it's no good. Rebound was chased down by Widener, and now the Vikings bring it down. Nichols launches a 3, roundabout no. Acker with the rebound. Feeds it out to Sikora, puts it up off the back of the air, no good. Rebound by Nichols. Gets it out to Bovey. To Sikora between the circles. Over to Nichols on the left side. Out to Bovey. Bovey drives into the lane, lays it up, overlaid it. And here come the Cardinals back down the floor. This is Bruner with it across the timeline. Tries to feed it into the lane. Sikora got a hand on it. Ball's loose on the floor. And we got a jump ball called. Riley Zimmerman trying to get it, but Alexa Widener also had her hands on it, so the Vikings get it. Bovey with it. Nichols. She lost the handle, dishes it off to Widener. Widener into the lane, tries to go up and got fouled.
Foul's going to be at 31.
That's Riley Zimmerman. So Alexa Widener going to the line. First shot is up. It's good. Nothing but net that time. 7-3, Vikings by 4. Second shot up. That one's also nothing but net. 8-3, Vikings up by 5. Passes intercepted. Vikings have it. Bovey with it in the lane. Feeds it over to Sikora. Lays it off the glass and in. 10-3, Vikings by 7. Matthias gets trapped, gets the ball to Fritz. Into the forecourt, back out to Matthias, puts up a 3. No. Rebound taken down by Bovey. She's pushing it down the floor, takes it straight to the hole, and got fouled going up.
Foul's at number 5.
Riley Fritz. I remember watching Riley Fritz and being very impressed with her toughness in the game over in Sprng Valley. First free throw by Jordan Bovey is up and in. Fritz is a 5'6" senior guard. Bovey's second shot is on the way. It's good.
Colfax is 6 for 6 from the free throw line already.
Don't say that too loud.
Yeah.
Pass comes into the forecourt. Chased down into the corner by Cipriano. They get it into the lane by Bruner putting the shot up, and we're going to get a foul. I think it's on Sikora, and it is. I think that's her second. That's the third team foul on the Vikings. Shipman checking back in for the Vikings as Sikora takes a break. Ball comes into Bruner between the circles. Feeds it into the lane to Zimmerman. Back out to Bruner. Puts up a shot. No. Rebound taken down by Shipman. She takes it quickly across the timeline. Stops. Gives it off to Bovey driving in. It does not go. And the Cardinals come back with it. But the ball gets taken away by Acker to Bovey. Bovey puts it up from the lane. No. Rebound taken down by Matthias. She's coming down the floor on a solo flight, and she gets run into, and they're going to make a blocking call on Alexa Widener. And Dan, I'll tell you, She was pretty well planted.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe she kind of flinched a little bit, which made it more of a block than a head-on. That's
The Viking fans also didn't appreciate that call. First free throw is up and good. That's Katie Mathias at the line. By the way, that was the first foul on Widener, fourth team foul on the Vikings. Second shot on the way. That one's off the back of the iron. Vikings get the rebound. Long lead pass to Bovey. She lays it up off the glass. It doesn't go. She's struggling with those layups tonight. Bruner has it over on the right side. Tries to feed it into the lane. Widener gets the ball. Hands it off to Shipman. Comes across the timeline. Stops at the top of the key. Over to Nichols on the right side. She drives into the lane. Puts it up. No. They get it back out to Bovey. Launches a three. No, it doesn't go. And Zimmerman comes down with the rebound. Mathias with it. She's high, wide, and right. Gets it over to Schlegel. Schlegel back out to Bruner. Bruner at the free throw line. Takes it into the lane. Puts a shot up. No. We're going to get a foul.
Foul's going to be a 30 for Colfax.
Sierra Shipman called for the foul. It's her second. 15 foul. First shot is up. It's good. Amelia Bruner at the free throw line.
Just 2 for 3 from the line.
And her second shot. That one's good. So make it 3 for 4. Sprng Valley putting on a full court press now. Hurlbert to inbound. Gets it into Nichols. Nichols spins in the backcourt, reverses her direction, gets across, and we're going to get a foul.
Foul on number 4 for Sprng Valley.
And that's Kate Cipriano. So the Vikings inbound it. Bovey with it on the left side. She brings it around to the top of the key. To Hajdukovic, then to Nichols. Takes it into the lane. Shot got blocked. And down the floor come the Cardinals. Cardinals with a significant height advantage. Three-point shot goes up, no good. That was attempted by Mathias. Mathias with it again, this time from the left side, no good. Zimmerman gets the rebound, gets it out to the left side, then out to the top of the key. Shot by Cipriano is no good, and the Vikings come back down the floor. Bovey to Hurlbert to Nichols. 3 rims around and goes out. And down the floor comes Mathias over to Cipriano. Her shot's no good, and the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Vikings ball.
Yeah, a little dry spell here for both teams. They're kind of a little slow on both ends. I think they need to
give you an idea. The tallest Viking is Hajdukovic, and she's 5'11", and the Cardinals have 3 players that are sitting at 5'10". And the Vikings call a timeout before they had a 5-second violation, and we'll take one too as you're tuned to Viking basketball on NLWN-TV.
When you have that craving for a home-cooked meal the way Mom used to make it, rest assured, you can still get that meal by going to Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax. Mom's is open daily, serving breakfast and lunch, and don't forget dinner on Friday nights with Mom's famous fish fry. The coffee is always hot, the breakfast is always delicious, and lunch will put a smile on your face and in your stomach. 225 Bremer Avenue, Colfax. Call 715-962-4617. That's Mom's Restaurant and Pub.
Back here at Colfax High School, Vikings with a 12-6 lead over the Sprng Valley Cardinals. Vikings will be inbounding the ball. Bovey with it through the center circle. Well, almost. Over to the right side to Widener. Back out to the top of the key. to Sikora, to Hurlburt, to Widener. Widener takes down the left side of the lane. That one got blocked. Zimmerman with the block, and Fritz brings it down the floor, and she kind of tripped and fell as she tried to lay it up, and the Vikings bring it back the other way. Widener with it. Pass underneath to Hurlburt, or Hajdukovic, and she overlaid it. Dan, I don't know when I've seen the Vikings miss this many layups.
Yeah, but it's kind of fast-paced both ends. Everybody's got to just get in their motion.
Maybe a little too much adrenaline.
Yeah.
Widener with the ball on the left side. Feeds it out between the circles to Bovey. Then over. Now Hurlburt has it. Out to Hajdukovic. Hajdukovic to Widener. Widener takes it to the free throw line to Hurlburt from the left side. No good. Hajdukovic chases down the loose ball. They get it out to Bovey. Bovey thought about a three. Didn't take it. To Sikora. To Hajdukovic. Hajdukovic feeds over to Bovey. Tries to drive into the lane. Puts it up. That one goes in. 14-6. Vikings by 8.
8 points for Bovey.
Fritz with the ball. Feeds it over to Schlegel, and the shot goes up. It's no good. Fritz tries to save it in, but she was already out of bounds.
Subs for Colfax. Derek Nichols and Sierra Shipman.
So Nichols has the ball in the backcourt. Feeds it into the forecourt to Bovey. To Shipman, drives the baseline, gets it to Hajdukovic, lays it up off the glass, no good. Rebound put back up, no good. And the follow-up, no good. And the Cardinals come away with it. Schlegel with the ball between the circles. Feeds it over to the left side, and that's out of bounds off the hands of Cipriano. So Sikora to inbound for the Vikings. Pass comes into Nichols. She reverses her direction and reverses it again. Gets it across the timeline to Bovey. Tried the left side. Decided not to. Puts up the three. No. Rebound taken down by Bruner. And down the floor come the Cardinals. Bruner with the ball. Feeds it over to the right side. That's Matthias. Drives the baseline. Puts up no good. Got her own rebound. Gets it out to Bruner. Bruner launches a three. No. Rebound to Fritz. Fritz trapped underneath. Feeds it over to Niedermeyer. And then out to Matthias. And she hit the three.
4 points for Matthias.
Vikings up 14-9. 7:38 to go in the first half. Bovey with it. Feeds it over into the corner. To Shipman, then out to Sikora. She hit the three. Bryn Sikora with a three-pointer. And down the floor quickly comes Katie Matthias for the Cardinals. Feeds it to the right elbow. That's Vanessa, and that shot went up and in. Sikora thought about the long shot.
It's amazing what happens if you slow it down.
Now they've got it to Bovey, gets it out to the elbow, and then out to Nichols. Nichols puts up the three, and she hit it. 20-11, Vikings by 9. Matthias has it. Gets it over to Fritz, back to Matthias at the baseline. Pass comes out high, Bruner with it. Bruner puts up a three, off the air, no good. Rebound, Hajdukovic. She feeds it off to Sikora, launches a three, off the iron, no good. Rebound by Nichols, gets it out to Shipman. She puts up the three, no. Bruner with the rebound for the Cardinals. Right back down the floor. She puts it up, it's good.
Yeah, good shot there by Bruner.
And the Vikings come right back with it. Bovey goes up, puts it in. 22-13. 5:50 remaining in the first half. Fritz with the ball, feeds it over to the left side to Bruner. Then to Niedermeyer, and the Vikings come away with it. Nichols with it, right through the center circle. Takes it down the right side, lays it up and lays it in. And the Cardinals want to talk it over. Vikings open up an 11-point lead. 5:25 to go. You're tuned to Viking basketball on NLWN-TV.
Midwest Environmental Consultants, your partner and guide. From soil testing to landscapes, they cover it all. Lawn care and beauty, they're ready to call. With expertise in the ground, they'll analyze what's there. Call 608-468-2067 and let's get started. You deserve the best.
In JV action tonight, the Viking JV defeated Sprng Valley 45-28. And in the varsity game, the Vikings are leading the Sprng Valley Cardinals 24-13. 5:25 remaining in the first half. Cardinals to inbound the ball. Katie Mathias to toss it in, gets it to Bruner. Cross-court pass over to Schlegel. Down the floor to Zimmerman, then down underneath, shots up, no good. Hajdukovic with the rebound. Nichols with it. At the top of the key. Hands it off to Bovey from the right elbow. Shot's no good. Hajdukovic with the rebound. Puts it back up and in. Vikings have them doubled up now. 26-13. Zimmerman launches from three. Rims around and off. Putback shot no good. And another putback shot's no good. Vikings come away with the rebound. Bovey with it. Right through the center C. Over to the left side to Nichols. Then to Hajdukovic. She launches a three. No, that one's off the glass. That looked like shots I used to make. We called those bricks.
Yeah, you know, she missed that, but I think that may be like whatever, only threes of the season. And if she can kind of get that figured out, that'd be good for the playoffs.
So Katie Bruner or Amelia Bruner, then they feed it down underneath to Zimmerman, puts it up, no good, but she got fouled by Hajdukovic. That's the first foul on Hajdukovic, sixth team foul on the Vikings. That means that Sprng Valley will be in the bonus from this point on. First free throw is up, no good by Riley Zimmerman. Second shot on the way. That one's good. 26-14. Bovey has the ball in the backcourt, being guarded there by Mathias. She feeds the ball up to Nichols. Nichols bounces it into the lane to Hajdukovic, and the shot's no good. She kind of overlaid it a little bit. And down the floor comes Bruner. At the free throw line, gets it over to Zimmerman, launches a three. No, ball got tipped, and it's...
That's off number 3, Kemery Schlegel.
And again, Sprng Valley putting on a full court press. Widener getting ready to inbound. Gets it to Bovey. Bovey feeds it over to Nichols across the timeline. Over to Hajdukovic. Thought about the three. They get it over to Widener. She puts up a three. High off the iron, no good. Rebound taken down by the Cardinals. To Bruner. Feeds it down to Zimmerman. Spins. Now kicks it out, and the shot goes up by Mathias, and it's no good. Bovey with the ball. Takes it into the lane for the Vikings. Lays it up, and it goes in. 28-14. Vikings putting on a little pressure themselves now. Bruner with it on the left side. Feeds it into the lane to Niedermeyer, then back out to Bruner. Shots up no good. Rebound by Hajdukovic. She did a nice job of blocking out Zimmerman that time. Acker, and then gets it to Widener, puts the shot up no good. Rebound by Nichols. She puts it up and in. Little Lyric Nichols in the land of the Giants that time. Came away with a rebound and put it right back up. Bruner feeds it around. Now they get it over to the left side. Shot goes up by Schlegel. She hit the three.
Her first 3 points of the night.
Widener looking to pass it in. Gets it into Nichols. Back to Widener. She brings it up across the timeline. Feeds it over to Nichols between the circles. To Bovey. Bovey takes it out to the top of the key. Into the lane. Spins. Puts it up. And puts it in.
Yeah, good patience by Jordan Bovey there. Get two.
Under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Cardinals with it. Bruner from the free throw line. And that one banks off the glass and in.
8 points for Bruner.
32-19. Pass comes into Nichols. Over to Widener. To Nichols. Ball got tipped out of bounds. That was by Zimmerman. We have some substitutions coming in for the Vikings. Sikora is back in. Shipman's back in. Hurlbert's back in.
And Kate Cipriano comes in for the Cardinals.
Sikora with it. Gets it over to Shipman in the right corner. She takes it back out to the free throw line. Gets it to Nichols, and she put it off the glass and in. Lyric Nichols with 9 points. Schlegel gets it over to Cipriano. Cipriano gets the ball taken away from her. And Shipman lays it up and in. Vikings with some full court pressure going on right now. Cardinals break the press, but the Vikings come away with the ball. Here comes Nichols, feeds it into the lane, and unfortunately it's off the foot of Sikora. It was a good-looking play until the pass didn't quite get there.
Yeah, it didn't take a big enough bounce.
So the Cardinals with it. Schlegel with it, right up to the timeline. Now she gets trapped.
Ooh, a triple team
And
there.
we're going to get a foul called on Bovey.
Just her first.
It was the right place to put on a trap, right, as she came across the timeline. It's like you get an extra player there with that timeline.
Yeah, really. Triple team and the sideline. That's quad.
Mm. Quadruple team, yeah. Schlegel with the first free throw is good. So now she gets the bonus shot. 36-20. And it's good. 36-21. Sikora feeds it in to Bovey. Coming up on 30 seconds to go in the half. Bovey gets it across the timeline, reverses her direction, gets it over to Shipman, high, wide, and left. To the right side to Nichols. Out to Hurlbert. Back to Nichols. To Bovey. Bovey takes it out to the center circle. Now takes it down the right side, lays it up. It doesn't go. Rebound taken down by Bruner. She's coming down the floor, and the shot goes up, and it's no good. And we have reached halftime with the score, the Vikings 36, the Sprng Valley Cardinals 21. Coming up at halftime, we'll be learning more about Lyric Nichols, and we'll do that right after this timeout on NLWN-TV.
Bridges of tomorrow standing proud and tall for pedestrians and bicycles welcoming home. Snowmobiles racing under the winter's bright sky. Anderson Bridges where dreams never die. Family
Give yourself a little love this Valentine's Day. Open a health savings account or HSA to save tax-free dollars for out-of-pocket medical costs. Eyeglasses, braces, and acupuncture are just a few items allowed by the IRS. Dairy State Bank HSAs are serviced locally and work like a regular checking account. Pay by check or with a debit card and access your account through online or mobile banking. Give us a call to learn more. Dairy State Bank. Banking on relationships. Member FDIC.
Elmo's daddy taught him that when he has a big feeling like being frustrated, humming a song can help you feel better. We all have big feelings, and we are all here for one another. Love your mind.
Time now for Viking Halftime, with today's Viking profile and other halftime entertainment. That's coming up right after this.
Dear moms and dads, what you have achieved here today is going to help us and our futures. It is why we are coming up on stage to collect your diplomas.
You know it's true.
Mom, we love you always.
Everything I do,
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
Time now for Viking Profile, where we take a closer look at one of the Colfax Viking players. And now, Viking Profile.
Today on Viking Profile, we're being joined by Lyric Nichols, who is a sophomore here at Colfax High School. And Lyric, we know that you play basketball, but are you involved in any other activities here at school?
Softball and volleyball.
Okay, and when did you start playing basketball, and what kind of an experience has that been for you?
Probably about like 3rd grade, and it's been pretty good for the most part.
Okay, and what's the most important thing you've learned playing basketball?
Probably teamwork, and your team always comes first.
All right, so when you're not playing basketball or you're not here at school, what are some other things that keep you busy or occupied?
I like sleeping, laying with my kitty, and painting.
Okay, and in that order?
Probably.
Okay. Here's our signature questions. Pie, ice cream, cake, or cookies?
Cookies.
What kind?
Crumble cookies.
Oh, fun. Okay. Burger, brat, or hot dog?
Hot dog.
And what do you want on that dog?
Mustard and ketchup.
Okay. Favorite color and why?
Blue.
Is there a reason?
Probably because there's just a lot of shades and it goes with everything.
Yeah, okay. If you could have a superpower, what do you think that might be and why?
Probably reading minds, because I like to know what people think.
Okay. Now, if Lyric can read minds, you have to have a superhero name to go with that. So what's your superhero name?
Lurid, because my friends call me that.
Okay. All right. And your favorite NBA team?
The Bucks.
Okay. Favorite collegiate team?
Wisconsin.
All right. Now, if you could sit down and pick the brain of any sports personality from any sport, from any time in history, who might that be and why?
Probably Michael Jordan.
And do you have a reason why, or just because?
Just because he's...
Michael Jordan?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. We're talking with Lyric Nichols today on Viking Profile. And Lyric, what are your plans for after high school, bearing in mind that you're a sophomore and free to change your mind?
Probably, hopefully go to a 4-year college. Yeah, maybe play sports. You never know.
Okay, do you have any idea what you'd want to go into?
Not yet.
Okay, plenty of time to make that decision. How about a shout out to the family?
Mom and Dad and my brother and my grandpa.
Okay. And when people come to Viking games, where are we going to find you on the floor?
Honestly, probably anywhere. Usually probably on the wing.
Okay. All right. We want to thank Lyric Nichols for joining us today on Viking Profile. Coming up next, more Viking Halftime.
You've been listening to Viking Profile. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
Love is a lesson that doesn't end. It knows no conditions, so you better buckle in. Love keeps you on your toes. It never stops, only grows.
Love isn't easy. It's a commitment, especially when they're being their most resistant. Love is finding the right seat so you can take a breath. But remember, love isn't lax. It always double checks. Check that your kids are in the right seat at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
You've been tuned to Viking Halftime. Stay tuned. Coming up next is second half action of today's Viking basketball game.
And welcome back to Colfax High School, where the Vikings have opened up a 36-21 lead over the Sprng Valley Cardinals. And Dan, why don't you fill us in on how we got to that 36-21 score?
Yeah, here's the scores for the Sprng Valley Cardinals. They have Kimry Schlegel with 3 points. We have Winnie Vanessa 2. Amelia Brumner has 8. Katie Mathias has 4. And Riley Zimmerman has 1. For the Colfax Vikings, they're led right now by number 12, Jordan Bovey. She has 14 points. You got Lyric Nichols with 9. Sarah Shipman has 2. Alexa Widener has 2. Bryn Skor has 7. And Clara DeHide-Dukovic has 2. 36-21 Colfax leads.
And we'll be just about ready to start the second half right after this timeout on NLWN-TV.
Get in touch with the roots of the Chippewa Valley at the Chippewa Valley Museum. Located in Eau Claire's Carson Park with a mission of connecting people to their community and inspire curiosity. From reinventing the Chippewa Valley, a century of change in farm life, the Farmhouse Theater, along with the Wisconsin Logging Museum and Logging Camp. Also, the Chippewa Valley Museum features special temporary exhibits and traveling exhibits, as well as web exhibits. The Chippewa Valley Museum is open Tuesdays through Saturdays. Call for more information at 715-834-7871.
And again, this reminder that coming up at the Chippewa Valley Museum on February 28th is the annual Folk Arts Festival. You can get a tattoo. That's part of the Identity in Ink display that's ongoing at the museum right now. You can also learn about sourdough bread making or enjoy live music with a Grammy-nominated artist. And you can do it all in the same afternoon. So call the Chippewa Valley Museum for more information at 715-834-7871. That's 715-834-7871. I also want to remind you that tonight's Colfax High School basketball game is being brought to you by Dairy State Bank, where they're banking on relationships. Midwest Environmental Consultants, soil testers for Western Wisconsin. Anderson Bridges, who have been manufacturing prefabricated steel truss bridges since 1989. Slayton's Technology, IT provider for the Northern Light Webcasting Network. Menominee Eye and Optical, with quality personalized care for you and your family. Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax, comfort food the way Mom used to make it. And the Chippewa Valley Museum, where you can get in touch with the roots of the valley in Carson Park in Eau Claire. Make sure you thank these fine sponsors for bringing you Colfax Viking basketball on NLWN-TV. Just about ready to start the second half. Vikings on top 36-21. Dan, what do the Cardinals need to do to turn this around?
Cardinals got to keep their turnovers down here. You know, they want to get out and kind of run, but they're not taking care of the ball, and they're getting quite a few turnovers. And on defense, they did a really good job on the inside. Colfax just found out to make some points on the outside. Colfax just has to keep what they're doing, keep the pressure on, and pick up all these turnovers.
So the Vikings are going to inbound the ball to start the second half, and they do. Bovey takes it across the timeline. Vikings now going from right to left. Hurlbert has it between the circles. Feeds it over to Sikora down underneath Bovey. Shipman, and she put it up and got fouled.
Foul's going to be a 24 for Sprng Valley.
And that's Katie Mathias. That's her first team foul for the Cardinals this half. Free throw is up and good by Sierra Shipman. And the second shot is up. It's good. 38-21. Fritz with the ball. She feeds it down the floor to Niedermeyer. Then they get it out to the outside, and three-point shot by Mathias is good.
Yeah, good shot for her.
38-24, Vikings by 14. Coming down the floor, feeding it over to Hajdukovic. Her shot is a little short, and the Cardinals come away with it. Mathias hands it off to Cipriano, and then they swing it back around to the left side to Fritz. Back out to Mathias. Then down into the lane to Bruner, and we get a jump ball being called. And our cameraman just about killed our camera.
Earthquake.
Oh. And the shot goes up by Bruner, a little wide of the mark, out of bounds. It'll be Viking ball. Shipman to Sikora, cross-court pass over to Bovey. She takes down the right side of the line, lays it up. No! Rebound being chased down in the corner. And coming away with it are the Cardinals. Mathias gets it over to Cipriano. The shot's up, no good. Niedermeyer with the rebound. Gets it over to Bruner, takes it into the lane, gets it back out to Cipriano, to Mathias. Back over to Cipriano. Cipriano to Niedermeyer, then down underneath to Bruner, puts it up. No, she gets her own rebound, turns around, puts it up. It won't go. Rebound, and that's tied up.
Ball belonged to Colfax.
That was Bruner and Hajdukovic tying the ball up. So the Vikings to inbound it. Shipman has it. To Bovey. To Hurlbert. Three-pointer on the way. Rattles around and off. And the rebound taken down by Cipriano. She comes down the floor for the Cardinals. Over on the left side. Feeds it into the lane. Shot goes up and no good by Zimmerman. But she got fouled on the way up.
Yeah, foul's going to be at 44 for Colfax.
Clara Hajdukovic with her second. One team foul on the Vikings. And the shot is up. Rolls around. It's no good. (38-24), Vikings on top, just over 16 minutes. Second shot's no good. Rebound taken down by the Vikings. Down the floor comes Bovey. She lays it up and she puts it in. Sikora saw her down the floor, hit her with a nice pass, and in the hole it went. Mathias with it on the right side. Gets it out to Fritz at the top of the key. Back to Mathias. To the elbow to Zimmerman. She puts a shot up from the free throw line off the glass and in. She bounced it right off the square and put it in.
3 points for her.
Bovey with the ball. Feeds it over to Shipman. Back to Bovey. And the pass gets away from Hajdukovic.
Yeah, we got a jump ball.
And then they, yeah, you're right. They got it all tied up.
Subs for Colfax. Get number 10.
That's Addie Acker. Pass comes in to Bruner, and she bounces it over to Fritz. Back to Bruner on the right side. Bruner drives to the lane. Tries to feed it over, and Mathias was able to chase it down to Cipriano, to Zimmerman, drives down the lane, puts it up, it's no good. Rebound taken down by Acker. Acker gets it over to Sikora. Sikora feeds it into the forecourt to Nichols. Nichols down into the corner to Bovey. On the left side, takes it into the lane, puts it up and in.
Yeah, a little pressure by Sprng Valley, but they left a couple of Viking girls open.
Fritz with the ball coming down the right side. Takes it all the way to the baseline, tries to feed it down underneath, and the ball gets taken away by Nichols. Nichols gets trapped, and we're going to get a foul called. And I think it's going to be on, yes, it is. It's on Amelia Bruner.
Her first.
Cardinal coach Sean Houlihan didn't like that call too much.
Yeah, I think he wanted to jump ball there.
Bovey with it, feeds it over to the left side to Acker. Back out high to Sikora at the top of the key. She reverses her direction, takes it back over to the left side to Nichols. To Bovey. Bovey backs out, puts up a three. She hit the three! Jordan Bovey with the three-pointer. 45-26, Vikings on top.
21 points for Bovey.
And the ball gets tied up. Cipriano couldn't quite get the handle on the ball and get going, and she was kind of stuck in neutral there. And the Vikings tied it up. Possession arrow in favor of the Vikings. Nichols has it through the center circle. Takes it to the free throw line into the lane, then feeds it out to Acker. Puts up a two-pointer, and it's good. About a 12-foot shot. And we're going to get a whistle and a foul being called on Bovey, I believe. Yep. Yes. And we have a timeout on the floor. Second foul on Bovey, second team foul. And you're tuned to Viking basketball on NLWN-TV.
Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax has just what you need when you have that craving for a home-cooked meal the way Mom used to make it. Mom's is open from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily and until 9 on Fridays with a complete breakfast menu. Lunch includes sandwiches, salads, wraps, and burgers, along with Mom's comfort food favorites, and don't forget dinner on Fridays with Mom's famous fish fry. The coffee always hot, the breakfast always delicious, and lunch puts a smile on your face. 225 Bremer Avenue, Colfax. Call 715-962-4617. That's Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax.
Menominee Eye and Optical can help you see the world for the beautiful place it is. Doctors Nicholas and Marianne Comro provide comprehensive and emergency eye care for all, including pediatric and special needs patients. Whether it's examination for glasses to cataract or LASIK care, or diagnosis and management of macular degeneration, and so much more. In addition, Menominee Eye and Optical's experienced opticians will help guide you to the highest quality eyewear for the best value. That's Menominee Eye and Optical, 520 Wilson Avenue in Menominee, where they specialize in quality personalized care for you and your family.
Back here at Colfax High School, Cardinals to inbound the ball. Vikings on top, 47-26. Bruner to pass it in to Matthias. She takes it between the circles, feeds it over to the left side. Now Bruner has it, takes it into the lane. Now back out to Matthias. Three-pointer off the back of there, no good. Ball gets tipped around and chased down over in the corner. That was by Matheson. Bruner has it to Zimmerman. Puts the shot up. She got fouled and made the basket and drew the harm. I think it's going to be on Widener, but I'm not positive about that.
Yeah, Sprng Valley's starting to get it inside.
Yes, Alexa Widener is who the foul was called on. Free throw is up and good. So Zimmerman completes the three-point play the old-fashioned way. Bovey with it in the backcourt. Gets it across the timeline. Feeds it over into the left corner. Three-point shot by Addie Acker. 50-29, Vikings on top. Matheson with it. Feeds it back out high on the left side. This is Bruner. Tries to put it up, and we're going to get a foul, and I think it's going to be on Bovey. It is. That should be 3 on her, I believe.
Oh,
don't check it.
32.
I'm mistaken. It's on Widener. It was 3 on her. Free throw is up and good by Bruner. Bruner's got 10 points. And the second shot is good. Pass comes into Nichols in the backcourt. Feeds it over to Sikora. Back to Bovey in the center circle. Over to Nichols on the right side. Over to the left side to Bovey. Takes it down to the baseline. And we're going to get a blocking foul being called against Zimmerman. And that's the first foul on Zimmerman. Third team foul on the Cardinals. So Acker to inbound for the Vikings. Ball comes into Widener, puts it up, no good off the bottom of the backboard. Acker gets the board, gets it out to Sikora. Back to Acker, puts it up off the glass, no. And down the floor comes Bruner. Bruner to the free throw line. Spins. Gets it out to Cipriano. Or check that, that's not Cipriano, that's Matheson. Then to Matthias, and then over to Schlegel. Back to Matthias, to Bruner. Bruner over to Schlegel. To Matheson. And then to Bruner, three-point shot is good.
Yeah, good patience there by Sprng Valley to get the open girl.
Nichols with the ball. Long pass down to Widener, three-pointer on the way, no. Rebound taken down by Bovey, she puts it up and in. 52-34. 11, coming up on 11:20 to go. Matheson with the ball, takes it into the lane. She put it off the glass and in. Nichols gets it to Bovey, goes on a flight, and she puts it in. She had a wide open path to the basket, and she made the most of it.
Yeah, Sprng Valley couldn't get back on defense.
Bruner with the ball, takes it into traffic, and coming out of the traffic is Widener. She feeds it down to Bovey. Bovey over to Nichols, who puts it up and in. Nichols with 11 points on the night. Cross-court pass over to Schlegel. Then down into the right corner to Matheson, and the pass got intercepted. And hitting the floor pretty hard was Widener, and the ball went out of bounds.
Yeah, she wasn't going to get rid of that ball.
And Sprng Valley's going to get it because it went off of Widener. Schlegel to inbound. Nope, check that. They changed their mind. Bruner sends it in, and Matthias has it. Or that's not Matthias, that's Vanessa. Now Matthias with a three-pointer, no good. Vanessa with the rebound. She lost her footing, got it over to Matthias. Schlegel, then to Bruner. Cross-court pass over to Matheson, three-pointer, no good. Hajdukovic with the rebound, gets it to Bovey. Bovey takes it straight down the lane, lays it up, puts it in.
Colfax getting out in transition out. Bovey has 27 points.
And down the floor come the Cardinals. Matheson puts it up, no good. Hajdukovic with the rebound. She gets it to Shipman. Shipman feeds it over to Nichols, who put it up and in. Lyric Nichols having a hot night tonight. She's got 13.
Yeah, the Vikings are putting the pressure on now.
Matheson, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul. Fouls on Bovey.
Yeah, there's two girls in the area there, Bovey and Shipman. It could have went on either.
That's the third foul on Bovey, fifth foul on the Vikings. A whole mess of changes for the Cardinals. Cipriano to inbound the ball for the Cardinals. She feeds it in to Niedermeyer. Tries to get it back to Cipriano, and the ball got taken away by Nichols, and it gets tied up. And we're going to get a jump ball possession arrow in favor of the Cardinals. So Cipriano to inbound it again. This time on the side. Long pass, and out of bounds it goes. It was intended for Fritz, but she lost her footing, and it just sailed out of bounds on the far side. So the Vikings will get it. Shipman sends it into Bovey. Bovey across the timeline. Feeds it over to the left side to Hajdukovic. To Hurlbert. To Hajdukovic under the basket. Put it up and in. Nobody followed her, and down she went. 62-36. Vikings on top. Feed into the forecourt, and Matheson has it. Goes in, lays it up. It doesn't go. Hajdukovic with the rebound. Coming down the floor quickly on that transition game is Bovey, and her shot's no good, but the rebound chased down by Shipman. To Nichols, long three. She hit the three! That one got launched from about the parking lot.
Yeah, that's college range.
65-36, Vikings on top. Backing in is Niedermeyer. She puts it off the glass and in.
Yeah, Sprng Valley still working the inside.
And the ball comes into Nichols. Nichols in the backcourt. And we get a whistle and a foul.
That was going to be a number 4 for Sprng Valley.
Cipriano gets charged with her second foul. 4th team foul. So Shipman to inbound. Well, no, she's not going to, because she's going to go have... Nope, they're just doing a little bit of a rotation as some players came in.
Widener, number 10 is Addie Acker, Sierra Shipman, Bryn Score, and Lyric Nichols.
Nichols feeds it off to Widener, going down toward the baseline. We're going to get a whistle and a foul on Niedermeyer. Niedermeyer kind of threw a hip as she was turning the corner.
Yeah, good first step there by Alexa Widener.
5 fouls on the Cardinals. That's the first on Niedermeyer. Pass comes in to Shipman. She bats it back out to Widener. To Nichols. Ball got knocked loose. And we get a timeout call by the Vikings. So a timeout on the floor, 8:06 to go. Vikings 65 and the Cardinals 38. You're tuned to Viking basketball on NLWN-TV.
Give yourself a little love this Valentine's Day. Open a health savings account or HSA to save tax-free dollars for out-of-pocket medical costs. Eyeglasses, braces, and acupuncture are just a few items allowed by the IRS. Dairy State Bank HSAs are serviced locally and work like a regular checking account. Pay by check or with a debit card and access your account through online or mobile banking. Give us a call to learn more. Dairy State Bank, banking on relationships. Member FDIC.
Vikings with a fairly commanding 65-38 lead over the Sprng Valley Cardinals. Acker with it, gets it into Nichols. She's between the circles. Feeds it over to Shipman, launches a three, no. Rebound chased down by Widener. She saves it in, but right into the hands of Schlegel for the Cardinals. She takes it over to the left side to Matheson. Matheson down into the corner to Schlegel. Schlegel out to Niedermeyer. Top of the key, over to the right side to Matheson. Matheson has a dribble off her leg. Gets it over to Cipriano, back to Matheson. Over into the lane to Vanessa. Shot goes up from the corner by Matheson, no good, but the Cardinals get the rebound. Fritz feeds it over. They get it over into the lane to Matthias. Then out to Schlegel, puts up a three, no good. Rebound taken down by Nichols. Nichols down the floor from the right elbow. Ball got knocked loose, and Cipriano with it. Puts it up off the glass. No. Matheson with it. Ball got knocked loose, and the Vikings get it. Nichols on a solo flight all by herself and lays it in.
Yeah, good find there by Sierra Shipman. She got the ball and got it out to Nichols.
So Schlegel with the ball between the circles for the Cardinals. 29-point lead for the Vikings. 6:28 to go. Cipriano, ball gets knocked loose. And the Cardinals have it. Vikings drop back. And some pretty good contact down there. And we get the shot, the two shots and a whistle. And I think we have a foul being called on Sikora.
I think it is. Their third.
And that should be foul number 6 on the Vikings. Basically a hockey line change for the Cardinals.
Yeah, they can get some fresh legs in right now.
Jada Houlihan to inbound the ball for the Cardinals. Or check that. That was Addison Nelson. Taking the ball into the lane is Bruner, and we're going to get a jump ball called as it got tied up between Zimmerman and Sikora. Sikora feeds it out to Bovey. Bovey brings it down the floor. On the right side, dishes it out to Widener, then they swing it around. Acker has it on the left side. Back out to Bovey at the top of the key. To Shipman. To Sikora, puts up a 3, it rattles around, it doesn't go. Rebound chased down by Bovey. To Shipman, into the lane, lays it up, it goes in, and she drew the harm.
Yeah, good first step there by Sears Shipman.
That's 6 points for Shipman, and she's going to get the +1 opportunity here. That foul, by the way, was on Addison Nelson. That shot's up, no good. Rebound taken down by the Cardinals. Bruner has the ball. Takes it to the top of the key. Now down the left side of the lane, and we're going to get a foul called.
Foul's on 34 for Colfax.
And that's on Sikora. That's her 4th. And that's going to put Amelia Bruner to the line for the 1-on-1. First shot is up. That one's good. 69-39. $15 points. Make that 16 points for Amelia Bruner. She's having a good night. Bovey with the ball on the right side. Takes it all the way to the baseline. Stops. Kicks it out to the left side. Widener with a shot. No. Rebound. Swatted around and taken out of there by Fritz. Riley Fritz across the timeline for the Cardinals. Feeds it over to the left side to Bruner. Bruner tries to feed it into the lane. Ball gets intercepted by Sikora. She comes down the floor, stops, kicks it out to Bovey, puts up the 3. No, off the front of the iron, but the putback is no good. Rebound tapped around. Vikings come away with it. Widener launches a 3. That one's no good. And the Cardinals come away with it. Bruner with the ball. She's at the top of the key, feeds it down into the lane. Zimmerman puts it up off the glass and in.
Yeah, good little shot there by Zimmerman.
Bovey with it. On the right side. Out to Sikora, to Widener. Back to Bovey. Bovey down the right side of the lane, out to Sikora, to Acker, to Shipman. Takes it into the lane, puts it up. It's no good, but she drew the foul.
I think it's on 31.
And you're right. Eagle Eye Dan there. Riley Zimmerman with her second personal, 7th team foul. First shot is up, and it's good. We have Almost a hockey line change this time for the Vikings. The only one that didn't go out is Shipman because she's shooting the free throws. Second shot is up. That one's no good. So coming down with the ball is Bruner. She feeds it down into the right corner. Shot's blocked, and Nichols comes away right through the center circle. 3:49 to go in the game. Feeding it over to Hoffman, and she moved her feet before passing it back out high. We get a whistle, or a substitution, I should say. Rena Keltner checks in.
So we got number 20.
That's Keltner.
Keltner, Nichols, Hoffman,
Huzika,
and 42. Kenley Bjork.
Pass comes out to Nelson, and they get it out to Fritz. Fritz taking it over to the right side. Shot by Matthias, and that one's good for 3.
Yeah, Katie Matthias still playing.
70-45.
10 points for Matthias.
And the ball gets taken away from Nichols by Fritz. She lays it up and she puts it in. And we're going to get a timeout called. I think it's just a substitution timeout.
Let's see, number 50 and number 40 come in for Colfax.
Macy Seahaver and Kendall Acker are both into the lineup for the Vikings. That expanded lineup getting some playing time tonight. Keltner with the ball. She takes it over to the right side. Drives down to the baseline. Puts it up. It's a little soft. And we get a jump ball called underneath. Possession arrow in favor of the Cardinals. So Cipriano to inbound the ball. She sends it into Schlegel. Schlegel down the floor between the circles. Feeds it over to Sibelko. And then over to Matheson. To Schlegel. To Sibelko. To Cipriano. Cipriano between the circles gets it over to Schlegel on the right side. Back out high, and they swing it around to the left side to Cipriano. She spins, takes it back toward the baseline, but she gets tied up. And tying her up was Macy Seahaver. And so the Vikings have the ball. Keltner feeds it over to Seahaver. Then to Kendall Acker. And the ball gets knocked loose from Kenley Bjork. And we're going to get an over and back called.
I thought it was tipped.
I thought so too. That's why I said it got knocked loose. But evidently they didn't see that. Anyway, the Cardinals have it. Schlegel feeds it over to the left side. That's to Sibelko, and then they bring it back around to the right side. Schlegel has it. Into the lane. That's Vanessa, and the shot goes up and in.
Riley Vanessa with 4 points.
Keltner with it, right into the lane. Tries to feed it back out. Ball gets saved back in, and that's Bjork. Spins, gets it back out to Seahaver. Then going in is Acker, and she drew the harm.
This is number 40 going to the line for Colfax.
Kendall Acker.
Oh, okay. I was thinking Addie Acker.
And the first shot is up and good. That's her varsity first points of the year. 71-49. Second shot on the way. Off the front of the iron, no good. Rebound taken down by the Cardinals. They feed it over to the right side. 3-point shot on the way. Rattles in and out, no good. Rebound hauled down by Seahaver. She's got the ball, feeds it over to the left side. Huziga puts up a three. No. Rebound taken down by Bjork. They feed it back out high and down low to Acker. Shot's no good. Ball's loose on the floor, tied up, and jump ball, possession arrow in favor of the Cardinals. So the ball comes in to Kemery Schlegel. And they get it over to Sibelko, then back out high to Nelson. Over to Schlegel, to Matheson, and then to Sibelko. Ball gets knocked loose. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Vikings. That was Sophie Huziga putting a hustle on toward the ball, just couldn't control it. And we're going to get a timeout on the floor called by the Cardinals. You're tuned to Viking Basketball on NLWN-TV.
Midwest Environmental Consultants, your partner and guide. From soil testing to landscapes, they cover it all. Lawn care and beauty, they're ready to call. With expertise in the ground, they'll analyze what's there. Call 608-468-2067 and let's get started. You deserve the best.
Even though it's winter, baseball is just around the corner. And the Northern Light Webcasting Network is excited to bring you Colfax High School Baseball, followed by Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball. So stick with us all spring and summer long for America's game on the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
And we're getting ready. In spite of what the groundhog said, since he saw his shadow today, that we're going to have a late spring, we're going to have baseball for you this spring and summer.
No matter what the groundhog says, we're going to play.
Right, we're going to have it one way or another. So the Vikings have the ball. Under 20 seconds to go. Vikings holding the ball out high. Huziga with it on the dribble between the circles. 10 seconds remaining. Seehaver gets it back out to Bjork. And she's just going to hold it. And there's the buzzer. So the final score, Vikings 71 and the Sprng Valley Cardinals 49. And we'll have some game summaries coming up right after this timeout as you're tuned to Viking Basketball on NLWN-TV.
You have been tuned to Colfax Viking Girls Basketball on NLWN-TV.
Vikings rise! We're making our claim!
This copyrighted production of the Northern Light Webcasting Network in Colfax High School is intended for the viewing and listening pleasure of the tuned-in audience. Any broadcast, rebroadcast, or publication in any form or on any platform without the express written consent of the Northern Light Webcasting Network in Colfax High School is prohibited.
Inside and out, we're hitting those shots. Keep the winning spirit, give all we've got.
Stay tuned. Coming up next is Viking Post Game with a look back at today's Colfax Viking Girls Basketball game.
Together as one, we'll conquer it all.
Time now for Viking Postgame, with a wrap-up of today's Colfax Viking Girls game. And now, Viking Postgame.
And we're back here at Colfax High School where the Vikings have emerged 71-49 victors over the Sprng Valley Cardinals. And we're waiting for Coach Serrar to come up. That'll be a minute or two yet. So, Dan, why don't you fill us in on how we got to that score?
Yeah, here's the scores tonight for the Sprng Valley Cardinals. They're led by number 23, Amelia Brunner. She had 15 points. Katie Mathias had 10. We had Stella Matheson with 2. Kimmery Schlegel had 5. Riley Fritz had 2. Edison Niedermeyer had 2. We had Winnie Vanessa with 4. And we had Riley Zimmerman with 8. For the Colfax Vikings, they're led tonight by number 12, Jordan Bovey. She had 27 points. Lyric Nichols had 18. We had Addie Acker with 5. Sarah Shipman had 7. We had Alexa Widener with 2. We had Bryn Sikora with 7. We had Bryn Sikora with 4. And Clara Claire Hajdukovic had 4. Alexa Widener had 7. And Kendra Acker had 1. 71-49. Colfax gets the win.
And it was good to see the expanded roster players get in and actually get several minutes of significant playing time in that effort. And so, a productive win tonight for the Vikings. Even if it didn't look like it was scrappy, it was ragged sometimes. A lot of things for the Vikings to learn in this game.
Yeah, I think on both ends, they started out a little cold, and Colfax just found a way to hit about 3 or 4 threes at the beginning in the first half, and then they just held the lead after that.
And coming up to join us is Viking head coach Courtney Serrar. And first of all, Coach, congratulations, 71-49. That's a big win.
Yeah, it was a good win for us. Yeah, we played really well.
And it was really good to see that you got your expanded roster players into the game. Nothing like a mad scramble we had to do to try to figure out who's who out there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we always like to try to get some of our younger kids, some minutes, especially when they've been impressing us, at the JV level. It was overall a good team win. We had lots of kids play well, I think. Jordan had 27, Lyric had 18. Lots of people contributed to, a high-scoring affair.
And Sprng Valley never gave up. They were scrapping hard. They were just struggling hitting their shots, but they were working hard out there.
Yeah, credit to Sprng Valley. I think they have a lot of, good, talented younger kids who will be, something to think about in the future for sure.
And they have some serious height on that team as well. And that showed up a few times. Early in the game, there were a few times the Viking girls had shots just come right back at them because they were going through a maroon-colored wall there.
Yeah, I thought second half we definitely shot the ball a lot better, got a lot. I was really impressed with our press tonight. I thought we got a lot of really good things off of that. Some great stuff in transition as well.
Well, that means you have some more basketball coming up this week. And then next week, holy cow, that's a week from, I don't know where we want to say it's from, but you got your work cut out for us next week. And you have a new opponent coming in next week to take the place of that game that got canceled against Prairie Farm. And who is that coming in?
Mosinee.
Mosinee will be coming in. That's on the 12th. That'll be one of those girls then boys double headers again. And we're having too many of those this year. But anyway, lots of basketball. That's a good thing. Congratulations, 71-49. A big win. 16 games in a row and 4 conference games left. And you're getting so close to wrapping up that title.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, and we'll have more to wrap up things right after this timeout on NLWN-TV.
Vikings rise!
NLWN-TV is excited to bring you Colfax High School Girls Basketball. Our next game will be on Thursday, February 5th when the Vikings play host to the Mondovi Buffaloes. Live coverage on NLWN-TV begins with Viking pregame at 6:45 p.m. That's live Colfax Viking Girls Basketball on NLWN-TV on Thursday, February 5th.
We'll conquer it all! We're the Colfax Vikings. We wear that crown.
NLWN-2 is proud to present Colfax High School Boys Basketball. Our next game will be on Tuesday, February 3rd when the Vikings host the Glenwood City Hilltoppers. Live coverage begins with Viking pregame at 6:45 p.m. That's live Colfax Viking Boys Basketball on NLWN-2 on Tuesday, February 3rd.
And we're back here at Colfax High School. Vikings came away 71-49 winners over the Sprng Valley Cardinals. Dan, your thoughts?
Yeah, I thought the Colfax Vikings did a really good job of adjusting in the first half. They kind of just didn't find anything on the inside, found it on the outside. And scrappy hands and transition offense got them the win.
And we have a lot more basketball coming up. And, when the schedule first came out, I looked at February and thought, yeah, it's going to be busy, but it's not going to be so bad. It all of a sudden, I think next week, the week of Valentine's Day anyway, that week, we have 7 games to broadcast that week. There are a couple nights we have boys on one channel, girls on another on Monday, and then on Thursday we have a girls then boys doubleheader. We have games on Tuesday and Friday and Saturday. So, yeah, we're going to have our hands full next week with an awful lot of basketball. You're in paradise when that happens.
Oh, yeah, the more the better.
So make sure you join us here on NLWN-TV on Thursday night this week for Viking Girls Basketball. The Vikings will host the Mondovi Buffaloes in a Dunn-St. Croix conference game. Viking pregame will begin at 6:45, followed by play-by-play action. That's the Viking Girls Basketball as they take on the Mondovi Buffaloes Thursday night on NLWN-TV. But don't forget tomorrow night to join us on NLWN-2 for Viking boys basketball. The Vikings will play host to the Glenwood City Hilltoppers. That's a big one for the boys. That's a loss they felt like they shouldn't have had, and they get a chance at revenge against the Hilltoppers. Viking pregame begins at 6:45, followed by live play-by-play. That's Viking boys basketball tomorrow evening right here, right on NLWN-2. Also, some other things going on. The Colfax Bloomer girls wrestling team will compete at St. Croix Central on Friday. And the Viking dance team will compete at the state meet in La Crosse on Friday and Saturday. I want to remind you that tonight's Colfax High School basketball game has been brought to you by Dairy State Bank, where they're banking on relationships. Midwest Environmental Consultants, soil testers for Western Wisconsin. Anderson Bridges, who have been manufacturing prefabricated steel truss bridges since 1989. Slayton's Technology, IT provider for the Northern Light Webcasting Network. Menominee Eye and Optical, with quality personalized care for you and your family. Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax, comfort food the way Mom used to make it. And the Chippewa Valley Museum, where you can get in touch with the roots of the valley in Carson Park in Eau Claire. So be sure to thank these fine sponsors for bringing you Colfax Viking basketball all season long right here on NLWN-TV. So for Dan Petschow, keeping the numbers for us tonight, and on the camera, hopefully it survived, we have Michael Christensen, and I'm Rick Olson. That final score once again, Vikings 71 and the Sprng Valley Cardinals 49. You've been tuned to Viking Postgame on NLWN-TV.
You've been listening to Viking Postgame, a wrap-up of today's Colfax Viking Girls game. You can catch Colfax Vikings games by tuning in to any of the Northern Light Webcasting Network outlets. This has been a production of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
In the heart of the court, where we show our might, Colfax High School, we're ready to ignite. Viking girls with a passion, fierce as a flame. Every dribble, every hustle, we're playing for fame. With red and white pride, hear the crowd